Hi, Nick Dove with North State Law. We safeguard your professional license so you can get back to business. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about the administrative code for the North Carolina Board of Nursing. The specific code we're going to get into today is under 21 NCAC 36.0217 subsection A22. I've got a link to that code in the description of the video, so please make sure to check that out. Basically, what that is has there been any fraudulent documentation in a patient's chart, and that includes any sort of controlled substance documentation. So obviously the biggest thing is the fraudulent part of it and the fraudulent nature of the documentation. That's the violation, and that's where the Board of Nursing has a major issue with. If there's an honest mistake, that's one thing, but when it gets into fraudulent documentation and the intentional part of it, that's where the Board of Nursing really has a problem with it. The best thing to do is to, and I know this is easier said than done a lot of times, especially you get busy, you do a note dump at the end of the shift, you kind of might have forgotten that you did something and your recollection might be a little off. So that's where I've seen a lot of people get in trouble, is that they do a note dump at the end of the shift. They're tired, they're trying to get out of there, just work 12 hours in a day. And hey, I think I gave John Smith his medication at 7 o'clock, right when I got here. And then if you're not 100% sure, that could lead to a chain of events, and it's just not good. And that could eventually lead to a fraudulent documentation allegation, even though it just might be an honest mistake. So the biggest thing is, even though it might be an honest mistake, the board and or administration where you're working may take it as an intentional act, and that's where there can be a lot of problems. Now, we've also had people that, they were just in a rush and they did intentionally and fraudulently misrepresent that they did something for a patient, and they charted that they did something and they actually didn't do it. Obvious reasons, that's why it's frowned upon, and those obvious reasons are, you're putting information that was supposedly done, like a medication administration or, feeding somebody or whatever the case may be, and then the next person comes along, whether it's a provider or a nurse, and they see, oh, okay, well, this was actually done, and that can potentially lead to harmful effects for the patient, and that's what needs to be avoided, obviously. So lots of different reasons to get the documentation correct, even if it's an error in just an honest mistake when you're documenting, that can lead to an inference by an employer and or the nursing board that it was done intentionally, and that's where the fraudulent portion gets in. So you just got to be really careful, slow down, take your time, make sure you get the documentation correctly, and in no way, shape, or form do not intentionally, fraudulently document into a patient's chart. It's not good for patient care, first and foremost, for obvious reasons. And then also it's gonna lead you to a world of trouble that you don't wanna be in with the Board of Nursing. So I hope everybody has learned something from this today. If you got any questions, please check out our website. We got a lot of blogs on there, northstatelawfirm.com. Also, you can check out the many videos on my YouTube channel. It's North State Law. And then if you can't find what you're looking for in either one of those spots, please give us a call or a text at 919-521-8810, and you can get set up for a 15-minute discovery call, which is free, with a member of my staff. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and thank you so much for taking care of North Carolina. Thank you. Bye-bye.